Okay, good Monday morning. We are going to try and do the mallet head today. I said this is my favorite part to make on the pegboard toy assignment. I have the document open, and what we have to do is we have to do a 2D sketch of the profile of the mallet head, and then we're going to use something called the revolve tool. Instead of extruding it, we're going to revolve it on a central axis. Now here in it says it's figure 11, is a sketch of the profile. Ours is going to look something similar to that in Autodesk Inventor. If we scroll down a little ways, we see a dimension view, and it's an isometric dimension view of the object. It's going to be 3 inches tall, and it's going to be 0.875 wide. It's going to have some small arcs in there that have a 0.5 radius. And then we'll go, after we revolve it, we're going to add a chamfer to it to round the ends off. And if I scroll down a little bit, you'll see what the mallet head's going to look like when we get to that point. Then we have to create a work plane to place a point for where the handle will thread into the mallet head. And that's going to get a little tricky. Hopefully I don't mess up too bad. So let me scroll back up here and we'll get started. So I'm in Autodesk Inventor. I already have a standard IPT open. I'm going to click on the pencil. I'm going to click on the front view. And I'm going to start with a line. I'm going to do a vertical line 3 inches tall. Now there's also a way to start with a rectangle. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm going to start with a line. I'm going to continue to use my line tool, and I want to make a horizontal line that is 0.875. So I'm doing one on the top. I'm going to hit escape to unattach my line. I'm going to put another line across the bottom. Make sure it's 0.875. There's a guideline to show you that it lines up. So I'll go ahead and click that. Hit escape to unattach my line. And then I'll go and I'll place a couple points and I'll constrain those with dimensions. One there, one there. This is going to be the center for the arcs that we have to place in. And they're going to be 0.5 from the end. Okay. Now I can use my arc tool and I'm going to switch to a center point arc. In the past we've used 3-point arc. Let's try center point. We want to set our radius at 0.1. And then we're going to swing that around 180. So there's a little bit of a trick to it. Center point arc, click the center. Keep it flat, keep it on that vertical axis. Type in 0.1, enter, and then swing it around to 180. So kind of a new feature. Back to the line tool. And we got to enclose the profile. So now we have the profile of our mallet head. We're going to go finish sketch, little house on the view cube. We're going to go to revolve. Make sure it's set to full axis. And we're going to hover over the vertical line and click on it. And then check it. Center that up. Now we're going to add a chamfer. A chamfer is going to smooth out these hard edges. I'm going to go chamfer. Our chamfer value is going to be 1/16. And we're going to click 6 points. Top edge, where we did our arc in both spots, where we did our bottom arc in both spots, and the bottom edge. And then I'm going to hit enter after I've clicked all 6 points. Okay, well, we didn't get in trouble yet. So now what we have to do is we have to place a point for where the handle is going to thread in. So what I need to do is I need to look at my document to make sure that I select the right work plane. Otherwise, I could really mess things up. So in order to place a work plane, we've got to go to Work Features and select Plane. Then we're going to go over to the model browser. We're going to expand the origin and select the YZ plane. And then we need to click on the circumference of the mallet. You'll see a yellow box appear on the outside, and you can get it on either side, but we want the one closest to us, so we'll click on that. Okay, now we're going to place a sketch plane on that. So we're going to click on the pencil, and we're going to click on the edge of that work plane. Let me grab my pan tool and pull that over. All right, we're in really good shape. I'm going to select a point, and I need to place my point in the center. I'm fortunate enough that everything's worked out so far that it lines up right with those crosshairs. So there's our hole right in the center. So now we're going to go Finish Sketch, and we're going to use our Hole tool. And we need to check our document to look up those settings. So we want it set to distance. The depth is going to be 0.875. I typed that in the wrong spot. Well, depth up here. The top one is going to be 0.875, and the bottom one is going to be 0.625. I forgot the point. 0.625. And then we need to come over here and select a tapped hole. That means it's going to have threads. And it's going to freak out my computer. There it goes. So we want to make sure it says ANSI, Unified Screw Threads. The size is 0.625. It's going to be 5/8-11 UNC. That's just the type of thread it's going to be. And let's check it and see if we do all right. Look at that. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to right-click on Work Plane, get rid of that work plane, turn off visibility. And then we can select a color. Let me look at my document, see what color they gave for it. I got to go up here to the top of it. I'm scrolling through on my Chromebook. It's always a good idea to have that document open for reference. I have to follow along to it. It says purple. I wonder if I'll even be able to find purple. Another one might, oh, there we go, purple. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and save my mallet head. So I'm going to click on the eye. I'm going to go save as. Maybe. There we go. And call it. Make sure I'm in the right place, and I'm going to call it Mallet Head. I'll probably have to replace it because I've done this before, but I'm doing a new one and I want to keep fresh files on my computer. Replace? Yes. That's a bad sign right there, but it's probably because I didn't restart my computer over the weekend. Anyway, that's the Mallet Head. Hopefully you will have good luck on it.